All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Monday, September 30th, set today by Yank. Let's see what Yank has for us. Following end of address, enchanted girl returns swiftly. I think it's going to mean swiftly. End of address would be the letter S. And then some enchanted girl, I think we're going to reverse her name to give a word that means swiftly. Is it going to be an ly? Well, then the enchanted girl would begin YL, which doesn't seem likely. All right, let's try the downs. Horrifies, a setter's herd. I'm thinking we might have a and then a homophone for one of the other setters, and it's going to mean horrifies. It would have to be a short setter. I have a little list of previous setters. Yeah, I don't see on that list one. We'll come back to that. Wild Eagles Dramatist. Could it be an anagram of eagles, 6 letters, to make a dramatist? Seagal. Galleys. Yeah, I don't see a dramatist there. Big fat cube. Wow, starting off very badly today. Fat cube. What's a cube? A dice box? No. Old enough for cigarette in old England. Well, old can be O. England can be E. And if a cigarette is a fag, then you are of age. Ooh, so this now ends in O. So then the enchanted girl would begin with, oh, is that from a fairy tale or? Yeah, I wonder if it's a musical term for swiftly. Allegro. But how would that work? Oh, we don't have the end of address. Enchanted. Oh, Ella Enchanted, right? Isn't that a cartoon? Oh, and an end of a web address might be .org. So it's all returned, org and Ella, and all is returned to make swiftly. All right, so that is A. And horrifies, appalls. Ah, yes. So Yank is making reference to another, oops, solver, it's a homophone, so it's going to be appalls. And yeah, I think it's Paul apostrophe S, so Paul's is the homophone, yeah. Doesn't help me with my, Lessage, is that a dramatist? I don't know any dramatist of that name. Probably showing my ignorance. Old Yanks escaping from blind alley. Well, Yank, I think, is going to be referring to himself as I or me, so maybe it's a word that means old, and we're going to take I from, well, taking I from blind would leave BLND, but I don't think that works with the starting A. Yeah, alley, cul-de-sac. Oh, no, I skipped over virtuoso, transposed arietas, dropping intro. All right, I think we're going to transpose or anagram arietas, but that's 8 letters, so we drop the first A. And then we get, is it going to be an IST? Oh, it is, well, it is, but with an E at the end. An artiste would be a virtuoso. Okay. A cabinet maker said to turn conservative. Well, said to sounds like a homophone, and conservative would be right wing, and I think this might be a something right, WRIGHT. There is an arc right, which came up on David Webb's most recent video, I think, or a recent one. But is that a cabinet maker? I would have thought it was somebody who made an ark. Oh, I suppose like the Ark of the Covenant could be a cabinet. Yeah, I'll leave it in. Oh, well, what's the turn? Said to turn. I don't know. Is arc a homophone for hark? Well, yeah, of course, could be completely wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure about. Let's see, having a something K. Get several opinions of ska, question mark. Oh, well, it could be ask, which is an anagram of ska. Oh, ask around. So it's one of those where you have to read the clue as further wordplay. Ask around, turning it around might give you ska. And if you ask around, you get different opinions. All right, I like that. So yeah, maybe Arkwright is right. But let me make a note to check at 15 squared why arc. All right, run in reverse. Battery, perhaps. Well, battery is a crime, or a tort, I think is the legal term. And backwards, it is trot or run. All right. Animated videos about American method of cooking. Now, do we have to think of the name of some animated videos? Oh, no, maybe we anagram videos, which would give us 6 letters. About American might be US. And a method of cooking. Ah, yeah, with the V, there can't be too many. There is something called sous vide. Don't ask me what it means, but I used to watch Top Chef years ago, and I remember sous vide. All right, skin complaint of Cockney lithographer. Well, Cockney usually means you drop the H. A lithographer makes, well, lithographs, obviously. Oh, I wonder if the skin complaint could be hives. And then I know there's courier and knives in the US. Is that the Lithographer. Yeah, let me make a note to check that one. All right, consumers, revolting rudeness. Oh, rudeness is 8 letters, and we have EDS. Anagram to mean consumers. Oh, end users, I think. I like that. That's a nice anagram. Rudeness and users. All right. Let's go back to the acrosses. Kinky hairstyle takes Go-Go's leader far. Is it going to be a kinky hairstyle? Ooh, or kinky might be an anagram indicator of hairstyle, which is 9 letters, plus the leader of the Go-Go's is not Belinda Carlisle, but G. Let's try that. Again, it would be a great anagram. And oh, so then the definition would be far. Ooh, no, I thought it might be large something, but we already have the E. Oh, light years. That is far. That's a clever clue. I like that one. Oh, and of course, Yank. I've wondered before if they are American, and therefore the Currier and Ives reference might be right. So I hate to have to use the anagram helper for a 6-letter one, but yeah, it has to be, I would think, Lesage. I don't think it's going to be Lesega, but I do like Lesage. Let me pause and look that up. Well, there was a French author, Alain René Lesage. So we'll put it in and we'll see if the S might agree with old. Yanks escaping from blind alley. Yeah, I don't see that. Now my big fat cube. I don't see that either. All right. Street performer who produces liver pate. So I think the straight definition is going to be a street performer, but maybe humorously you might think they produce. Doesn't liver pate come from geese? Gander? But what would a street performer be? Busker? A something... Oh, organ grinder. Ah, yeah, so a street performer of old. I don't think you'll see too many. Yeah, maybe in some parts of the world you'll still see an organ grinder with their monkey. All right. Doesn't really help my big fat cube. No. All right, sexy, great tit, flying way out. Well, out could be an anagram indicator. Oh, but also flying. Let's see, 12 letters. Sexy great is 9 plus 3 is 12. Way out then. We do have exit. Exit stairway. Exit. Let's try the anagram helper. Let's try that. Oh, I think strategy we have. Exit strategy, yeah. All right, that's a clever one too. All right, sit alongside big brass, that's left leaning. No, I don't get that one. Experts on ports, 90. Stripped in embrace of profligate spender. I think it might mean a profligate spender. 90 is XC in Roman numerals. Expert can be an ace on ports. Port can be left, so maybe we have two L's. And then strip, 90 stripped. Oh, maybe 90 stripped would just leave us with INET. Yeah, and then in embrace of profligate spender sounds like wordplay. So maybe it is an expert on ports. Oh, a wine taster, maybe. Oh, we do have that INET, which is the inner letters of 90. And I think if you're a profligate spender, you are a waster. Maybe. I like that one. All right. After banishing corrupt cop, secret police ransacked Midlands town. What's a Midlands town? Birmingham? No, too long. No, I think I need some letters for that. Circus star Quasimodo. Well, I'm thinking of the word that fits is ringmaster, but how is Quasimodo a ringmaster? Does he give Esmeralda a ring? Does he have a ring in his nose? What's the he rings the bells, of course. It was the bells that made me mad. Yes, okay, so ringmaster, there we go. Governess publicized crack, pilot's weapon. Oh, it must be air something for a pilot's weapon? Air, don't quite get it. What's the governess publicized? To publicize maybe is to air something? No. Former president cried some nerve. Crow, I think it's a homophone, and I'm thinking of a French president, de Gaulle, which is a very questionable homophone for the Gaul. You have some nerve. All right. Oh, so how does that help my sit alongside big brass? Now, I think that can be slang for the higher ups, the big brass, or it could be from an orchestra. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking of probably is it the biggest brass instrument is the tuba? And backwards, if it's left leaning, that is a butt, or to sit alongside. I like it. Our Midlands town now begins with L. Could it be Leicester? Yeah, that is 9 letters. I had to count it. How does this work? After banishing corrupt cop, secret police ransacked. So secret police is 12 letters. We anagram it, but we remove the C, one of the C's, the O, and the P, and that leaves the letters of Leicester. All right. Oh, there is a weapon called an air pistol, and which is an anagram of pilots. Why is governess publicized air? Oh, a governess could be an au pair. Yeah, publicized. Yeah, I'm confused by that one to the point where I'm not sure it's the right answer. Yeah, I do not see that. All right. Worthless item, carving. Oh, is it going to be a word for a worthless item? And then I think we might have a charade of which might mean very small. It might mean urinate. Carving. And then a small word for a carving. Or maybe the definition is carving. We have an ing. Worthless item. No. Busy group appropriately aboard ship. Busy group appropriately. Yeah, maybe it's a word that means busy, and we're going to put a group. Now, what's appropriately? Oh, maybe the crew or something. And well, I was going to say we put them within SS for aboard a ship, but I don't think that will work here. No. Spirits, trademark unknown. Well, an unknown can be X, Y, or Z. If it's Y, trademark could be a brand, and that would give us brandy. All right, wish you hadn't decapitated bird. Well, if you wish you hadn't done something, you might regret it. But if you take off the first letter or decapitate it, you get an egret. All right. Character, traveling north in temperate zone. All right, I think this is a hidden clue with reversal. So traveling north within temperate zone, we have zeta, one of those Greek letters. I cry aloud, then check out. Aloud might be an anagram, or not an anagram, homophone indicator of I cry. Oh, yeah, so of course the homophone of the letter I would be the I, E-Y-E, and if you cry, you bawl with a W, but then that's ball, and you can eyeball something to check it out. Oh, I think I skipped Old English characters annoyance. There is an Old English letter called a thorn. I think it may be equivalent to TH. And I think if something is a thorn in your side, it is an annoyance. I think that's right. Screw, that will be ready for use. Or could it be screw that will be ready for use? Screw could be turn. There is a word, turnkey. I think it's when you sell a shop, and I think that means it's ready to take over. But is that a screw as well, or that would seem a bit loose. It would put a K here. Oh, if you're busy, you're at work. Oh, we do have an arc. Ah, yes, so I think that's right. If you're busy, you're at work. Aboard a ship is aboard the ark. We have a group, which in this case is only two, but that is appropriate because the animals entered two by two. All right, this must be turnkey. Yeah, I won't use the check this button. I'll just trust myself. Now, this doesn't help except to say it's not ing. Worthless item. We carving. There is diminutive. I wonder if is there a word minutive? That would fit. And that might be a carving off of the word diminutive. I'm going to pause and look up minutive. All right, I had to go to wordplays.com. There is no word minutive. So I looked at what words fit. There actually were only 5. Minutiae would fit, but it's actually a carving, might be a figurine. And so a worthless item is a fig, as in the phrase, it isn't worth a fig, or I wouldn't give a fig for it. And we is the typical Guardian bathroom humor of urine. And so that gives us figurine. All right, just 2 left. Big fat cube. Oh, I wonder if, yeah, we actually had this phrase before. A great gross, which I think is a gross times a gross, and a gross is a dozen squared. So it is a cube, it's a dozen cubed. And big is great, and fat is gross. So there we go. Yeah, again, it's an example of something that when that first came up, I'd never heard this phrase before. I'm a little impressed with myself that I managed to remember it. But yeah, you will come across things you've never heard of. Don't be discouraged. We all have, and I will continue to see things, as you know, if you watch my videos regularly, where never heard of that. All right, so that just leaves now. Oh, an alley might be an aisle. That's the only word I can think of that fits. Yanks escaping from blind alley. Yeah, so I think it might be, oh, maybe it's a word for blind, which could be a blind, a window covering, and maybe O and I come out of that word, and it gives us a word for an alley. Well, I always think an alley is outdoors and an aisle would be indoors. Let's go ahead and check this one. No. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I spelt appalls wrong. Oh my goodness. Oops, that is appalling. There we go. So let's check. I have appalls right. Oh my goodness. It's very embarrassing. So now, what does that do for my old Yanks Oh, as if something is old, it's passé. Yeah, it's, I suppose, a problem. You'll have some words that they really need an accent to make sense. But I think it's a passage. And so yank, escaping from. I was thinking a passage. So I'm not sure about this either. Let's check that one. Wow, all right. I don't fully understand it, so we'll make a note of that. Let's check everything else still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Lunapic, who says, a tougher than usual Monday challenge. I thought it maybe a little bit, but I'm here at the 31-minute mark. Well, there were a couple of pauses in there, but some of the general knowledge was a bit esoteric. Yeah, so definitely I've never heard of Lesage. Oh, and I have a degree in French and Ives. All right. So the ones I made a note of, oh, well, of course, 9. So a blind alley is an impasse. Ah, is that right? I would not have thought of those as being synonymous. To me, an impasse is where you're stuck. We can't get past this. As opposed to a blind alley, you might be led up a blind alley where maybe you come to an impasse. I don't know. Don't know about that one. Ives, yeah, James Merritt Ives. I presume that's the same Courier and Ives guy. Oh, then 12. Sorry, I did want to, yeah, just check on Ives. I think I got the others. Yeah, Thorn was the Old English character. Lowercase b, it looked like, to signify th. Okay. And turnkey. Oh, a screw. Ah, so it's not something you turn, it's a jailer. An old name or a slang term for a jailer. Oh, yeah, from Porridge, I remember them talking about the screws. Appalls with the right spelling. Oh, my goodness. And now they say, so Wikipedia just had him down as a novelist, but I suppose he was a playwright too. And Arkwright, oh, to arc is to turn, yes, the arc of history, etc. Let's see, and then 15, Jane Eyre is the governess. Publicized is telling us it's a homophone. Okay, that's a new homophone indicator, I think, for me. And we have to crack our anagram pilots. All right. De Gaulle. Okay. I assume there's something on with the extra 8. Oh. No, I think I didn't notice that. Maybe that's only in the newspaper, but I think that's probably just a Guardian typo. Not sure why 2 is clued as group appropriately. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the animals going 2 by 2, and I'm sure someone will mention that. Grew with Sue in 19 down, the animals went in 2 by 2. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so a lot of people hadn't, I'm glad I'm not the only one who hadn't heard of Lesage. Anyway, I thought that was all right for a Monday. I've no complaints. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a wonderful day.